My name is Bill Protzman, and I want to be your drug dealer. I know that may shock you, so let me be very reassuring. I could tell you that my drug is absorbed instantly by the body, has no harmful side effects, is designed to work perfectly with your specific system, and instead of deadening or suppressing an authentic part of you, makes you come alive. And all that'd be true. But you might not believe me, and I wouldn't blame you. But at the end, I want to give you a better than money back guarantee offer. Would that be okay with you? Honestly, I have to tell you there's even more to this drug. Users have found that it changes their lives for good. I have two questions for you. One, would you like to know more about this drug? And two, if you could, would you use it? My message is that we really need this drug, and after this pitch, I know you'll agree. One big issue these days is behavioral health. And I'm advocating a drug that's both fun to use and highly addictive, but wouldn't you want that for a drug that could change the face of behavioral health in your family, your office, your community, your enterprise, the world? Research, yes, even for this drug, there's been actual research, shows that it works well with emotions, really well. But emotions are like pebbles in a pool, sending out ripples that eventually spend their energy and leave the surface still again. You've seen it. Maybe it's a party and everyone is there and someone gets a little angry the way they do when they're a little drunk. That emotional ripple spreads through the crowd and some people get angry too, but some get scared or embarrassed, and some, like the angry person's significant other, seem a little sad. If you were at that party, on this drug, you'd have the same wash of feeling as that emotional ripple passes by, but then it'd be gone, and you'd just be back in the party spirit. The angry outburst would just dissolve over you as you respond from your drug-induced place with compassion or empathy or sympathy, or a protective mantra, depending on how you got triggered. Now, imagine everyone at that party on this drug. Same kind of response. And that's just one huge behavioral way this drug works. No need for emotional intelligence. Your specific system gets the specific emotional release it needs, and you return to neutral. Now, here's how this drug works on us physically. You may have seen people on this drug who self-regulate their heart rate, their breath, even mindset. That's pretty common. But did you know that even passive users who don't realize they're on it get physical results? An oncological surgeon at Massachusetts General Hospital used this drug effectively and passively on patients in his ICU. Compared to what patients who weren't absorbing the drug, Dr. Claudius Conrad found that passive users needed half the amount of pain meds, had a 20% decrease in two stress hormones, and experienced an increase in pituitary growth hormone, the hormone related to healing. Think about this. Users had less pain, less stress, and healed faster. Would you take a drug that could do that? What if you could use the same drug at the gym or even at your flat screen, whether you're there for entertainment, communication, or creativity? Right about now, you're wondering how I've managed to stay street legal for so long peddling a drug like this, so I'll come clean. You really don't need me as your dealer since you can get this drug almost anywhere these days, but you might want a better understanding of how to be a responsible user. I can help with that. So as I close, which doesn't mean anything, but it gets you thinking this is almost done, my message for you was that we really need this drug. Let's review those two questions. Even with the little bit I've told you about this drug, wouldn't you like to still know more about it? And two, if everything I'm saying is true, would you use it? If you answered yes to both, welcome aboard. You're about to have the time of your life for the rest of your life. You were born to use this drug. And I promised you a better than money back guarantee offer, and over the last few weeks, I've come to realize exactly how bold that offer has to be. Here it is. Instead of leaders who are just coping or trying to model resilience in the face of the disaster of more, better, faster, let's make more leaders who inspire meaningful, visionary creativity. Instead of leaders whose vision is that in a zero-sum competition, the spoils go to the greedy narcissists, let's make more leaders who collaborate and empower the win-win-win of satisfaction, purpose, and belonging. Let's make more leaders whose vision is self-actualization, who resolve humanitarian issues because it's the right thing to do, and who inspire people to do the inner work it takes to achieve their greatest dreams. A few leaders do this now, but we deserve more. We know where the default human settings have taken us, but the good news is that you can learn to be one of these remarkable new leaders, whatever you lead. A family, a classroom, a university, a congregation or a team, an enterprise or an agency, your own life, starting now. Let's collaborate. With me as your trainer, in just 10 weeks, you can begin a lifetime of deeper, more satisfying meaning, feeling better than you've ever felt before. You'll unlock the greatness within you to be the kind of person people admire, want to emulate, and most importantly, want to work beside for good. Our 10-week quest together opens your way. You know how it goes. We spend regular time working together to strengthen and support the work you learn to do individually. You're either going to make that happen now, because that's the great challenge of life, or, well, why wouldn't you start this process now? You're ready, or you wouldn't be here now. You can do this. Oh, what's the drug? I thought you'd never ask. If you haven't figured it out yet, or even if you have, we need to talk. Find me.